What makes a community a community? Is it the buildings, the streets, the businesses? Or is it the people behind them, each with a story that weaves into something bigger? All of our lives are an echo of the past, reflecting those who came before us and paving the way for others to follow. We're a reflection of that courage of our ancestors, those who risk everything for a chance at a better life. Their spirit lives on in every storefront, in every handshake, in every step forward. In Woodburn, our community is shaped by that echo, by the dreamers and the doers who infuse every corner with grit and grace and hope. These are the stories of immigrants and first-generation entrepreneurs, and those of us that have been here for multiple generations, whose journey built more than a business, they built belonging. This is more than revitalization. It's a revival of purpose. These are the voices of Woodburn, and this is the American dream.
I was 18 years old, and I really wanted to start a construction company. I had about $5 in my pocket, and I went out and bought a Chevy love truck and put a ladder rack on it and bought some equipment, and we started siding buildings. That was kind of my start. Hello, I'm Carl Ivanoff with I&E Construction. So I&E Construction is a full general contractor. You know, everything from building roads and streets to infrastructure, office buildings, apartments. We build everything. Just really grew the company through relationships. I mean, I really think about the people I work with and for and how we do it. It's all about relationship and doing work over and over. It's about working for the same client for 20 or 30 years. I still have those clients. 30 plus years ago. You know, I used to be their siding contractor. Now I'm developing lots for them. I employ about 400 people right now. For us, culture is a big deal. We built a gym for the employees so people take care of themselves. And so we really thought about how we support our people and their families. And, you know, people come here and stay here. People build careers at I&E Construction. Woodburn's interesting. So you have a lot of different cultures in Woodburn. You know, you go back and you think about our family. My dad's parents left Russia in 1918. My dad and my parents were actually born in China. My dad left China when he was 15 years old in 1958, and then they ended up here. And they had a hard time getting here, but they were looking for freedom. You know, they needed freedom and how they, you know, and raise their kids. And, you know, they always wanted to go somewhere where everything grows. You can grow your garden, your berries, your food. And so they're looking for a place that's going to grow all your crops so you can survive. You know, they were looking for survival. And they ended up in Willamette Valley, and that's why they ended up in Woodburn. My parents worked in different farmers' fields and had no houses. So they came in here and they worked in and lived in a farmer's barn. You know, they all had 2 jobs. They'd farm and pick berries during the mornings, and in the afternoons they'd go build couches and furniture. I've got 12 brothers and sisters, and we grew up on a farm. And so work ethics was a big deal for us. We had to work hard to really give back to the family, you know. School in the wintertime and summertime came around, and we worked. We worked hard, picking strawberries at 4 o'clock in the morning. The entire family's out in the field. The family farm is still in Woodburn. We still manage and farm the family farm. Been there all my life, 49 years. You know, I live in the area now, and we're raising our family and growing our business in Woodburn. So it's a really cool place. You know, we invested a lot in Woodburn. We've got our shop, our yard in there, and we just built 485 apartment homes in the city of Woodburn, bringing almost 500 families in just for housing. I really want to do that in my own community where I grew up. And giving back to the community is always important. The world's a tough place, and you know, not everyone has the abilities to work or succeed, and you've got to give back. It's just a big deal for us. You know, a few times a year we'll go back and help rebuild a home, remodel some of the community. In the schools, we built gardens. And I think it's important for everyone to give back. It feels good, and what you get back from it's amazing. And I love what I do. I mean, I've got a passion for construction and how we build. And you know, I always say we just begun. You know, 30 plus years later, but we just begun. You could do and start any business you want to start. And there's always a way to do it. If you've got a will, there's a way. You know, I grew up as a young kid with nothing, no help, no relationships outside our community. And I said, I'm gonna do it, and building relationships and pushing forward and doing it was fun. And that's the American dream to me, is I had a passion and I had a dream, and I made it happen. just by working really hard. So anyone can do it if you want to put the time into it.